Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you've been watching my channel, you have seen that I'm working at several projects at the same time. And while I'm waiting for parts, I received this old, what should be an IBM terminal computer. And there are some components. It's not complete, but it's missing the keyboard. But the rest should be available. So I will go to unwrap all the components and see how they look. These are the components after the unwrapping. As you can see, there is the monitor. This is a screen shield that goes up in here. Not sure if really need, and I really don't like it. Seems it's not giving us the chance to have the monitor fully original. Together with the parts, I have this swivel support, as well as the terminal itself, which is this plastic boxes, and this is the rear where we connect the keyboard and the monitor. We have the power cord plug, some settings here, and the Twinax connection, which is the IBM proprietary way to communicate with the computer itself. And the seller has been kind to send also this adapter, which I believe is Twinax to RJ type converter. There is a switch here, and there is another plug here, so another here. Not sure how it works. By the way, the purpose of this terminal is, of course, to show and display the content and the files that we want to work on to a computer. The computer that this monitor is designed for, it is the famous System 36 or S400 made by IBM. And this terminal, by the way, is the 5291-2, as we can see here. So clearly it's not in good shape, it's very dirty, and the screen has some burns up in here, so clearly has seen better days. By the way, it should be something that is interesting and maybe not really usable, but pretty enough to spend some time in cleaning and attempt to power it on. So let's go ahead with the task. Clearly, before apply any power supply here, I want to open both and see if inside everything is fine, there is any obvious wrong, and we can proceed to try to power them up. While I'm opening the monitor, I found this information, made in Italy on February 1988. So it's almost 33 years. So yeah, a bit old. So let's go ahead with the removal of the cover. The removal of the screen cover required the removal of those 4 screws, and the lower one there was still the sealing on them. So 2 additional screws are here, and this should allow me to slide it out. By the way, this is the monitor plug which goes into the terminal itself. So let me slide it out and see the internal. The opening of the cover has revealed the amount of dust that is up in here, and there is something floating. I heard something floating, and I believe there is some spring steel clip parts over there, and also here there is some small bits that is floating around. By the way, it seems that the CRT is still intact, which is promising and make it worth to go ahead with the attempt of power it up. So let me put this aside, open the terminal itself and see if we can proceed. This is the lower side of the terminal. As you can see, we have a manufacturing date of, this is the 49th weeks of 1985. So it's a bit older than the monitor, perhaps has been replaced. And I see a screw over there, and don't know if we need to uncover some other thing that, like this small lid that perhaps need to be removed to open it up. So let's try to do it that. This is the internal of the terminal itself, and the manufacturing date is confirmed on 27th of November 1985. This is clearly the power supply, and here we have several logics ICs. By the way, I believe that this is something that is without any CPU, so it's just logic and character generators ICs. So for sure we have some PROM or mask ROM or something like that. This is one of those special IBM ICs, which hopefully is not faulty. And here we have the plugs to the power supply. So I think at this point I need a very big cleaning. Here we have broken screw tabs, and I believe is now floating below the this PCB. So I will remove the PCB, I will remove the power supply and start to open it up, the power supply, and check the capacitors for leakage. I will remove the board itself and see if we can power it up without any load, and see if we will have some life signs, and then we can proceed with a lot of cleaning. With the removal of the PCB, I have seen that there is this LED support. It's floating and it's broken, and I also have noted that the lid itself is stuck here with terminal completely bent. So somebody have tried to open it up and get damage to this. Hopefully I can save those parts and see if we can bring this thing back to life. Okay, I have removed the cover or the shield, if you prefer, of the power supply. I already have applied with variac voltage up in the input over there. By the way, no life sign. to bring it to life, I need to power it up and switch on the power on switch with at least 90 volts. So what I've done, I have set my variac to 90 volts. I have plugged the board and see what it does. And hopefully this LED is in the right way. Okay, we have green light, which is okay. We have also some sound from the buzzer. So clearly there are some live sign. Let me try to switch on the other way. Okay, we have LED. So I think we can try to plug the monitor and see if there is any live sign. I have just plugged the monitor. So let's see what it does. 3, 2, 1. Okay. No smoke for the moment. Oh, some live sign on the screen. Look at that. I think this should not be normal. Let me try it on test. Yeah, this seems to be the screen as it should be, or well, almost, I believe. We have control of this. Yeah, it's alive. So at this point, well, clearly we don't have any system, any messages or keyboard or insertion or any faults, since we don't have any system. But it's alive and it seems fine. So it just needs a very deep cleaning and see the result at the end. So everything is cleaned on the logic board side, and I also have glued this plastic stud. So it's time to address the monitor. Well, actually I'm going to assemble this one first, since I need some room on the bench. And this is the result of the assembled pieces, still lighting up the LED. So let's see the monitor. And that's the monitor. I have completed dismantled, and I have removed the CRT to clean it up as well, actually the best as I could, since it was very, very terrible inside. And as you can see here in the PCB, there are still signs of black things that was inside. And I got separated this tilting system, and I have repaired it. There was a bent fin like this. So it's time to reassemble and see how it will appear. Clearly it's a bit yellowed on the surface, but it's good to me. So time to reassemble. Everything is back together here, so we can close it. This is the result. Not too bad. Actually, this shield, in my opinion, is a bit of annoying, so I'm not sure if I will leave. Yeah, for the moment I will, but in the future I'm sure I will remove it. By the way, the behavior is absolutely the same. Let me remove this thing. So, well, as you can see, when it is in test, it's continuously resetting. When I switch to normal, it's running. Of course, I have no communication. So this is what I'm achieving without any connection with the keyboard and so forth. I have opened up this one since I was curious to see how it was. It has been declared brand new, and the seller sent me as for free. And indeed, the battery still is at 6.3 volt, and I don't think there is any date on it. I can't see any date. By the way, if I push this button, it's going to lighten up. I have plugged it in to the rear, and I have no change. So, well, it seems that we can't go ahead with any further test, so I will stop this video right here. And well, it has been, by the way, funny to bring back to at least switching on condition and clean it up. For the moment, I will keep it on the shell in the hope that my dream will become true, and I will find a System36 computer to connect together and see it works. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.